Cox joins me now on Your Sports Win. And Jamie, delighted to meet up with you. It's been a while since we last spoke, and you got announced into the World Boxing Super Series, and you're going to face George Groves, which surprised me, surprised a lot of people. What did you make of that moment when he picked you?
We already knew it was going to happen. It's a fight that we were interested in anyway, and we knew the fighters were in it. Like I said from the start, I wasn't fazed by who I box, and we got George first, and he's the main seed, world champion. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
He had first pick, so he could have picked anybody there. Everybody that knows anything in boxing, you know, within the super middles, they know how everybody talks about you being a dangerous fighter. So it's a strange pick from George to go for you first. Great to have an all-British encounter. That's obviously going to sell heaps of tickets and generate lots of interest. But why do you think he's picked you first? What has he seen in you that he fancies taking on?
I'm not too sure what he's seen in me, or what him and his team think about the fight. Maybe they think that I could be a little bit wild in the ring, but that's because of in the past outside of the ring there's been a few issues, and we're in a very, very good place, and Eddie Hearn, he's got us in a great position and a great place. I'm happy and I feel ready.
Exactly, your career's, you know, just accelerated on to a different level in a matter of months. You signed with Eddie, and then you had your debut with Eddie and everything, and now you're in this fantastic tournament, and you probably couldn't have dreamed that you'd be fighting George Groves for a world title 6 months ago, could you? So this is what you've been waiting all your life for, isn't it?
Yeah, this is like I said earlier, I remember coming into boxing. I remember watching Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson for the world title when I was a little kid, when I didn't even know what boxing was all about, and I just remember my dad and my uncle watching it and on TV, and all the hype and about the fight. I was glued to that, even though I didn't even know what it meant, and that's what got me into boxing. Now I am fighting for a world title against George Groves in the World Boxing Super Series for the Muhammad Ali Trophy. First step on the ladder is George Groves, and it is a great challenge. I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be a great fight.
What do you make of George Groves as a boxer? Because you were obviously with him in the England camp. I expect you've sparred him before in the past as well, and you'll have followed his career like we all have, from what he's done recently to when he faced Froch and De Gale and people like that. So what do you make of George as a boxer? What's his positives and what's his negatives as a boxer?
I think he's a very, very good fighter. I think he's world champion. I thought George was always good. He has some great points about him. He's strong himself, and he's a strong fighter. And he doesn't, he has a few weaknesses himself also, and that's what I'm looking to capitalise on. And yeah, you're going to see me box smart this fight. You're going to see smart boxing. That's what people forget, and that's what I'm trying to. I've got the physical attributes, and people forget about my brain. So that's what I'm going to bring to this fight.
I think that's something that the people that have actually followed your career, like myself, from the very start, we know what a good boxer you have, and unfortunately we've tuned in and we've watched some of your fights, and you've been in with some opponents that, at the end of the day, we always knew you were going to blast them out. So your hands were down, and it was, let's just get rid of them as quickly as possible, and that has led to a couple of fights where your boxing hasn't been so tidy, but we know you can do it. And has George maybe forgotten that you're a smart boxer?
I think I don't know if his ego or people blow him up a little bit, or the fights he's been in. He has had the big stages. He has had the big fights with the Froch and the James De Gale, and he's had some big spotlight fights. Whereas I've done my stuff in the background, which I like to keep low key. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. it's time now to represent everyone from the town, everyone from Birmingham, my friends, my family, my team. It's time now, and I'm ready.
Talk about the big lights, and you talk about the big stages. Obviously, George did it, on one of the very biggest stages against Carl Froch the second time. And sure, what he says is right. He's used to that spotlight. You arguably haven't been in a fight, or you haven't been in a fight of that magnitude yet. And I think he's directed a comment at you, and certainly Shane McGuigan has, that you may not be able to handle it under that sort of a pressure.
Yeah.
What do you make of those comments?
I feel I'm in a great place. I feel in a great place. I'm training very, very hard, sparring, boxing, everything's going well. I'm looking forward to the occasion. This is my chance. This is my chance in life. The difference is, I think his ratio of stepping up on that big level. It's on the downward side of his performance. The ratio, if you work it out, I think 3 or 4 times that he's failed to win the world title. So he's been on the big occasion, but he's failed on the big occasion. And this is my first one, and I'm looking to make sure that I leave no stone unturned, work to the maximum, do everything that John says. John, Des Witter, I've got a great team, Dean Edwards, Talib, Ricky Mazzotta. Listen to my people, listen to my family, listen to my friends, and go out there, capitalise, go out there and just box really, really well and shock everyone.
And staying on the fights that George has been in, the 2 most memorable ones, obviously against Carl Froch. Like you said, he boxed very, very well, was probably winning both fights before they were stopped. But ultimately, he kind of gassed out a bit and his chin let him down. Is that an assessment you kind of agree with? Has he got a bit of a dodgy chin?
Well, if you land a clean shot on anyone in boxing, obviously it just takes one punch. But I've seen George rocked on numerous occasions in fights. I think he knows that himself, that he has to protect that chin. So I punches every bit as hard as Carl. So it's just get my box in there, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a challenge. This is what I come into sport for. I come into this sport to give it 100%, see where I can get somewhere. The next destination is the world title, the Muhammad Ali Trophy. I'm looking at, these are my little goals, and I'm looking forward to this. This is a great opportunity.
Yeah, and we all know about your power, and you were telling me off camera about George. You respect the power that he's got in his backhand as well.
Yeah, I respect George's power. I see him. I value him. He's a world champion. I value him as a fighter. He's a world champion fighter. But that's going to bring out the best in me. It's going to give me things to think about, and whereas before, I think just box with not respecting anyone, and George brings things that I need to respect, and I'm looking forward to it. But I also have a lot of tools that George needs to respect from me, and he knows that himself. And it doesn't matter what the talk says, doesn't matter what I said, doesn't matter what he says. I'm looking forward to it. Doesn't matter what his team says. October 14th, this is going to be a hell of a fight.
Yeah. Now, you had the press conference the other day, and it's safe to say there wasn't really any fireworks. It was all reasonably civilised. I think the biggest thing that came out of it was from George's camp, and they're questioning whether you're actually a super middleweight, and your trainer John Costello kind of set them straight on that one. But I mean, you've been a super middle for a long time now, haven't you? You're happy at this weight.
But I'll be a lot bigger than Carl Froch weight wise on the night, so it's I'm a super middleweight. George might be a big one, a big super middleweight, but if they the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
the old saying. And talking about falling, you're very, very confident that you're going to win on the night, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just box clever, box smart, put the work in, follow every instruction that my John and the team are setting. I'm looking forward to it. I've had great support from yourself, Steve, from here, Ricky, some great, nice clean, Chris Riley, Steve Gannicott from George White's Motors, Franco Ventriglia from Four Seasons, you know, I've had some great support to get here through my life, as well as, you know, Eddie making this happen, and it's a great opportunity. It's massive for the town. It's also massive, you know. I've been in Birmingham a lot of years as well now with John, so it's also adds a little bit for Birmingham and my family, friends, and I'm just really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to it. This is what I come in the game for.
And you're very much, I can tell, you're very much in the zone now. I mean, you're a hard man to get hold of now, which is a good thing, because I know you're training hard. But you are. This fight has got you 100% focused, and I can only assume that you know, training is just going superbly well at the moment.
Yeah, it's going really well. Going really well. Also, as well, eating the right food. Function fit food. They sort out all my meals, my prep, and also as well, I've got Kasim, making sure Kasim sharp from Optimum Physios, making sure I'm more loose and ready for each session. So you know, all these little 1%, you know, I'm gonna make a big difference for the night, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I enjoy this sport. I love this sport. Coming to it for free. Yeah, you know, yeah. And now this is the big reward, the world title.
Yeah, well, I know there's a lot of money on the table for this tournament, and you know, but I think if somebody offered you George Groves and the world title for free, you probably would fight for free.
Yeah, I would.
That's you know, an illustration of how much you want this, and you've wanted this for many years. So when that moment comes, and touch wood, you beat George and you win that world title, what's that going to feel like? What's that going to mean to you?
It's all about what you do in life, and you know, of course we've all got to live when it comes. But when we're dead and buried, it's about what you've done in life, and it's, you know, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to leaving a little small mark for my family to talk about in the future.
That's brilliant. And in the weeks that are left before the fight, you know, how are they going to pan out for you training wise? What sort of things are you going to be doing? You've been up, you know, you've been sparring loads of rounds. You've been telling me already.
I've done a lot of sparring already. We're going to play more to come. Yeah, we're just working on the tactics for this fight. Just going over what we need to do, and yes, you know, training's hard all the time, but it's really getting hard in this stage of the camp, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight and being loose a few weeks before. Weight's good, and it's big. It's amazing.
How do you see the kind of the face to faces and the press side of things going? Obviously, having seen the first press conference, it was, like we said, there wasn't any fireworks. There was a lot of respect between the pair of you.
Yeah.
Do you think there'll be any mind games from him? Because he played all the mind games with Carl Froch, and he seemed quiet, and you were very respectful at the press conference, and you'll have a few more of those to do in the time. So how do you see those kind of moments panning out?
I think maybe with Carl Froch and them two, you know, the mind game, their little digs at each other work, because you know, they put their self above us humans. I remain human for all my life, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you know, I don't think I'm better than anyone else, so it's just going to reflect off me anything he wants to say. So it's just going to bounce off me. I'm not bothered about what he says. I'm bothered about how he moves, how he thinks, how he ticks, how he approaches a fight, how he boxes in the rounds, each round, how he takes each round. I'm listening to what John says. I'm listening to the conditioning that I need to be put in, how I need to rest, how I need to eat. Him calling me some names or saying something is nothing I ain't heard before in my life. So it's you know, talk won't mean nothing to me. I'm ready to do what I need to do in the ring on the October the 14th, and just getting my just manifesting everything I need to do. Everything I need to do. Just I'm ready. This is it. There's some things in life I'm ready for it.
Do you think you're just going to say something there? Do you think this is your moment? This is meant to be?
I'm just ready. I'm just ready to everything that I've inhaled in my life from boxing, and I'm ready to let it out on the night. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward all everything I've been taught. I'm looking to remember all the little bits and what John has said, taught me over the years, and just put it into practice on the night.
Well, we cannot wait. The fight can't come quick enough for us fans, and we're really looking forward to it. And touch wood, you do the business on the night. We're obviously confident you will. Jamie, thanks for joining us. Keep training hard. I know you will, and we'll hopefully catch up with you before the fight. But so best of luck in training, and best of luck for the fight as well.
Brilliant, Steve. And it's a pleasure from obviously from the start, from amateurs to professional to world title. You've been there and seen it, so
all the way.
All the way is great.
This is it now, buddy.
I can't wait. Thanks, Steve.
Cheers, buddy. Top man.
Cheers.